Pardon my delay. My vehicle was delayed.
Roman soldiers.
Who else? More came to town, doubling the numbers.
They are relentless in their search for the Black Nazarene.
Rumor is he is hiding somewhere in the hills. It may take weeks for them to find him.
This is no good.
What's wrong?
We have been informed that there will be an emergency meeting of the entire Sanhedrin body tonight.
But I was not informed of it.
The entire membership is being contacted as we speak. They think they are near to capture this Nazarene. It may be as early as tonight.
But how?
Caiaphas has eyes everywhere.
You mean he hired a spy?
Yes, one of the Nazarene's disciples. It appears that this man's capture may lead to more violence on the streets.
You both know how I feel about this carpenter. I have heard him lecture before. He knows the Torah better than most rabbis I know. I find him to be a very learned man. But he's black. And to say that he is the Messiah, it is blasphemy.
The Torah does not mention as to what he will look like. To mention that he is still a Jew, regardless of his skin color.
Shalom. Shalom, people. Shalom. Shabbatah. Twist up a lot. Twist up a lot. What we want to do is get back in part 2. But all this coincide together as light soon will show. But I want to go somewhere where y'all dread to go. Like a lot, you get it? Like some of y'all dread to grow your hair, or dread to even be real, be you. Some of you dare to care what somebody else think about you, and I think that's a lot of things that hurt us, because we always worried about what somebody else gonna say about us, or how somebody gonna critique us. But see, when you get in line, or when you desire to get in line with the Most High, with the most highest of highest, with the Creator, then the only thing you care about is what He think. Only thing you want is that ruach. That's the only thing you want. So it don't matter what differences you have with somebody, settle your differences, but it don't matter that you might have been, or all that matters is that who give a fuck what somebody else think about you? It's about what the Creator thinks and feel and know about you, and know what you about. And if you doing right, then the ones that's supposed to love you will love you. The ones that gather with you will gather with you. But when somebody see you doing wrong, you ain't gonna have nobody with you. Especially when you trying to have people around you that want righteous. See, righteousness can detect evil. Righteousness can detect evil senses. Righteousness can detect injustice in a man or in a system. See, that's something that a lot of people just don't get. When a vibration can be pure, then you only willing to ascertain something from pureness, from that raw, from that original something not synthetic. You can't gather. There's no way I can gather. There's no way no one could gather up, tribe together, if we not on the same accord, if we not on the same page, if we don't have the same blueprint, if we not even, we can have the same blueprint. Everybody doesn't even know how to read the blueprint, long as somebody does. And not just one person. The point I'm trying to make, man, I want to get into the comments from the part 1 video, and it's a beautiful, beautiful yapa thing. We had a good conversation on the with a sister. I want to get into that, but man, what I'm really talking about is that from the essence, you have to, you got to rise up. You can't, just because someone is sticking to some particular way of doctrine, you know what I'm saying? If the Most High moves you and talk to you and puts it in your essence, give you that ruach, give you that understanding and enlightenment, you feel what I'm saying? It's for you to do the Most High. It's for you to do the will of the Creator. It's not about, you caring about. This is just a general conversation. It's not about you caring. And I know a lot of us had that problem from the time we've been a yay high to a grasshopper. We've been having that problem. Big ups to my indigenous in the Bay. But we've been having that problem, and especially in the Cali. We've been having that problem, since we've been that young, because we've always been influenced by each other, which is a good thing, but not when those influences take away from your naturality, your original. You know what I'm saying? Your gangster. Don't let nobody take your gangster by acting like somebody else, or you understand? You have to. Everyone is eccentric. That means everyone has their own. They're like a Coogee sweater. Everyone has their own blueprint, their own schematic. You understand? When the Creator comes to you, He's not going to come to you in a group. He's not going to come to you in your group. He's going to come to you. He's going to come to you. And then that Creator is going to come to somebody else in your tribe. And He's going to come to somebody else in your tribe. He's going to come to somebody else till you all on the same accord. But best believe if the Creator comes to you, He's teaching you how to tribe up. The Creator is teaching you how to tribe up and how to find ones of that vibration, so He can send the ruach into them also. When the Creator comes into you, you got a job to do. You understand what I'm saying? Or maybe not. Maybe not. But I love you anyway. Twist up a lot for my brothers and sisters. My tribal brothers and sisters all over the world. One more again. Y'all talking about Indians and African. Man, it's Africa. It's Indians in Africa. Big ups to my brothers, my cousins, my sisters in Africa. My tribes in Africa. My Indians in Africa. Indian mean indigenous. Remember? Big ups to my tribes in Asia, my indigenous tribes all over the world. not just in these Americas, all over the world. My brothers and sisters and my cousins, big ups. Alright, man, look, I want to get into Revelations because I know y'all scared to go check that out. Alright, but let's get for real. I want to go over to Revelations. I know y'all scared. How long ago y'all not gonna read the whole thing? You know, I love y'all. Hey, how long y'all not gonna read the whole thing? How long y'all not gonna, you know, dare to let your ruach work? You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta put down what you think is cool. You know what I'm saying? That cool shit gonna get you. You understand? You already know. Y'all know. My real ones know the ending to that. That cool shit gonna get you what? Yeah. That's why it ain't cool. Man, come on. Come on, man. Have patience with me. Have patience with me. Let's go to Revelations. Y'all go to Revelations. We're going to go to chapter 5. Now, I know some of y'all still biased about the scriptures, about the Torah. And I know because we learned in his story that, yeah, they came over and they invaded on us and they enslaved us. And they gave us the Bible. 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 I'm tripping, man, because I've been hearing that a lot lately. Hey, but what you have to understand, that Bible only means biblioteca. Bible just mean books, family. Bible just mean books. You were given some books. Books, which is very important. That means you was given more than one books in one book. Where did those books come from, people? The devil don't create nothing. The devil, that's why when they came, they wanted all your shit. They wanted all your shit. They wasn't trying to contrast and compare. They were trying to get your shit because they knew this was the Ruach. They knew you had the keys. You held the keys. You held the keys. They wrote these books. These books were written about you. These were your books that were stolen from you, family. And then we comprised them, composed them, and we put it in from your priest. And your priest told us everything. We made them tell us everything. But it was for them to tell us everything. God made us tell them everything. Do you understand everything? No, we don't. Ahchwa made us tell them everything. And they comprised it, put it in the books. They had to carry on. This land is sanctified. Do you understand that? This land is sacred. It's rules to this shit. Even if you invade these people, nigga, you still gotta be Judah. You understand? Judah still rules the land. The indigenous still runs the land. The indigenous culture is still gonna run the land because it's within the land. So whenever you ready to come back to it, it'll always be here. The only thing is they made you think that it was gone because they put illusions in front of us. Us. Not you, us. They put illusions in front of us to think that we had to leave. To think. But you know what Baal told Balak? When we came out of Egypt, you know what he told him? He said, I can't fuck with them. That's God's. That is Hawa's people. They good. They good with God. They good with Hawa. Man, we finna get our land back, man. The Torah is about you losing your land. Come on, man. The invasion was real. But you lost your land not because of no white man. And you ain't lose your land because of no black man. We lost our land because of us. We had to share our land because of us. You think the Creator gonna let these niggas come over here? And when I say niggas, I don't mean a black, I mean niggas. Whoever. You think you gonna let them come over here and not stick to the function? Why you think we had to teach their priests, their priests, the French priests, everything we knew? Why you think we had to teach the Spanish priests everything we knew? Why do you think they took our libraries? See, we're reading stories about these third and fourth invasions. But this is a script. This is a blueprint. This is an outline of what happened. To us, it was chaos. But to Hawa, it was order. They came over here looking for our Hamashiach. It ain't because the Pharisees made it up, like it says in the Caesar's Messiah, so they wouldn't kill everybody. The Most High came to those Pharisees and he told them, listen, man, we must follow the blueprint. We must prophesize. We must step up. Revelations chapter 5. Let's get it. Shalom, family, man. Ain't nothing but Ahab over here, man. Nothing but Ahab. But see, what I'm trying to do with y'all, or what we're trying to do, is put this left hand with this right hand. See, in the left hand, we got this autochthonous. You know what I'm saying? This autochthonous. We got this soil, this land, right? Well, we know tribes. You trying to get back to tribes, but see, we trying to get back to where the tribes left off, and that's not what it do. Because when we get back to where the tribes left off, you feel what I'm saying? In our mind, we want to get back to where they left off, and we're not understanding, man. We were in chaos. When we go back to where we left off, we had to go back to the beginning, man. Okay, when the structures were set up, man, listen. That's our lit that they trying to spit. That's not they lit. We are the true teachers of this Torah. That's what you have to understand. It was just, what do you call that when you transfer it to this language? You got to understand, we had to remember Hebrew interpreters. They came with Hebrew interpreters, man. This is not no game. First of all, like we talking about, my grandma was Indian, nah, man, it ain't even fucking about that, because fuck Indian. It's not about that. Remember, Plecker said it in fucking 18 or 19. Remember, W. Plecker said that, like, he was like, these niggas think like they even cool with being Indian because they don't know they royal. He like, they'll settle for Indian. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you get it because they have stolen you. They have stolen. You ain't called none of that shit. You was called by your name. You wasn't called by nothing because you was called by your name. We didn't have to say, hey, there go an Indian. Nigga, we was all what we was. We were all one. So what we look like saying, oh, there go an Indian, or there go a, oh, what you is. Like, nah, man. You was called by your name. Bigfoot, Littlefoot, you know what I'm saying? You was called by your name. And you was called by your tribe. And that's what's in here. So is you the 10 tribes that's lost? Because we need to be found right now. Are you the children of Jacob? Because your slavery, your invasion is in the Torah. It's in the whole fucking book. And your prophecy is in the New Testament. So you can listen to all that bullshit if you want to, man. And I'm not yelling at nobody because I love you. I know women are listening, children are listening. But I know men are listening. I know my brothers is listening. So I have to, raise it up a notch for my brothers. Because, brothers, we don't hear you unless, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So I want to call some type of, combativeness with them to let you know I ain't playing. And I ain't doing this for you. I ain't doing this for me. First, I'm doing it for the Most High. All right? I'm doing it. If anybody can admit, everybody's going to admit to you for real, that everybody started on here because they were trying to work to find, the truth within their self. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't really trying to find it for nobody. You know what I'm saying? Nobody, wakes up with, you understand what I'm saying? So in that process, it became for everybody. Because Ahchwa told me to do it for everybody. But see, when I got on here, I stopped caring what somebody else thought about me a long time ago. Because out in the real world, you know what I'm saying? Because out in the real world, that's pancakes. That's nothing. You feel me? Do you understand what I'm saying? The real world, it ain't nothing but shuckers and jivers and I'm just going, you know what I'm saying? Jive turkey. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't nothing niggas that's from the 60s and listen. What I'm saying is that it's a whole lot of stuff out there in the real world. You know what I'm saying? And you always had a perception, you know what I'm saying, that what's out there. Like you tell your kids, hey, be careful, you know what I'm saying? Or you know what I'm saying? We were kids, we didn't get told be careful. Because it wasn't, listen, man, we didn't get told to be careful. You only get told to be that when you scared of something. You know what I'm saying? As kids, we weren't scared of nothing. Because we had already been oppressed. We had already seen so much. We had already seen so much. And it's tough growing up around your own people. And all my brothers and sisters know that. It's tough. It is. Because you always got to fight. But shit, once you get a reputation of whooping ass, you know what I'm saying? Like, you cool. Like, you don't have that many fights. And y'all know what I'm talking about. So, but then, and then you somehow in society in a place where you could either be a leader or you could be a follower. See, I've always been a leader. Always. And sometimes I was a leader on some bad shit. Sometimes I was a leader on doing many good things, from yay-high to a grasshopper. You can believe that. And man, it's just a beautiful thing how I realize that the Most High has been working on me from day one. So man, let the cons and the fours stand up, man. If you affirm. You know, let the cons in the building stand up. Let the cons in the fours, because we way up with it. Because we don't give a fuck about what somebody else think about us. And kids, I want you to embody that. But I don't want you to embody that to a point where you're doing right. You're doing unrighteous things because somebody trying to tell you to do right. And you don't respect the person that's trying to tell you to do right because you've seen them do wrong so many times. I know how it go. See, but if you seen your father do wrong, that man not your father. If you seen your mother do wrong to you, or wrong period, that woman is not your mother. And I mean this in the spiritual sense, because you know physically this should always be your mother. In the spiritual sense, God is your father. And God is your mother. You understand what I'm saying? Because you can't get sidetracked on what somebody else does. So you can't make an excuse and say, hey, I watched somebody else do it, so I'm doing it. Nah, man, God, nah, he ain't, the Most High ain't working like that. You're going to pay for everything. Everything you did, every injustice you ever did, you done paid for it already. You just don't know it. You call it a hard knock life. But man, the left hand and right hand, I don't even know if I finished off with that, but you got the land in the left hand, you got the scriptures, the Torah in the right hand, and you got so many other books in the Biblioteca Columbina to back it up. Diversas, Discovery of Doctrine, Prophecies, and all other type of man, everything is written down. Everything is written down. Alright? Everything is like common sense. Alright? The invasion was real, man. They came here and invaded. And then once they came here and invaded, they shipped out and they shipped in. I mean, that's common sense. But best believe, everything is prophecy. Don't nothing happen without the man upstairs making that shit go round and round. So we just gotta open up. Nobody is condemned because every man, every woman, every child has the ability to hear the Most High. But it's somebody that's so important that been digging in you, that Ruach. See that Holy Spirit? Y'all see when you talk about the Ruach, see that's when I converted to Greek. I'm talking about the Holy Spirit. See, y'all don't understand something about that. Remember, man, it went into 70 elders. It went into Yahshua. It went into Moses. It go into whoever the Most High wanted to go in. That's what y'all understand. He said a president's before you, so you can step up to them plates before you was even here. This in the blueprint. So Genesis 1:26, he's talking about that right there. I remember when I was a kid, I asked about that. Even when I was a shorty, like, who is that? Who is that in the, who is it? Me and my, like, you know what I'm saying? When I was a shorty, I asked about this. Man, who is that? Who is he with? You know what we said? We said it was the devil. He said it was the devil because like, man, remember Lucifer got cast down. I said, man, if y'all don't get that elementary school ass shit we still talking about, listen. The light bearer is Yahshua. The light bearer is Yahshua. You can be the light bearer too, fool. I ain't calling you a fool. I just thought that would sound good to go along with that. For real. You understand though? Alright, well, let me move on. Ahchwa, Ba Hashem Abba, Hawa, Yah Hawashua, Hamashiach. This is for the Most High. Ba Hashem Abba, Hawa. Yah Hawashah Hamashiach. Yeah, okay, before we go into Revelations, I want to go over to okay, yeah, I want to break this down first. So yeah, so we was having, I think I'm gonna get into the comment first. Okay, so let's just go into Revelations. But since I expressed the Most High name, I want to just go over to there. Okay, so alright, so anytime, I want to let y'all know, anytime that y'all want to look into a Paleo Hebrew chart, I told y'all this before, we have a Paleo Hebrew, an ancient Paleo Hebrew chart at the 432 to drop site. All you got to do is go over there, look, click. All you got to do is go over there, and it should, well, I know it will. A site will pop up, and it should be the ancient Paleo. I think I have this one ready. The Paleo chart, and you can find your ancient Shemitic Hebrew. All right, so let me. I was with this Ahchwa today. We was just conversating and conversationing. And I want to discuss some of that real quick, okay? So I'm gonna just go over to the comments, and I appreciate everybody dropping comments, man, on that ruach, in that ruach, man, in that vibration. Aliza Moon, appreciate you, bruh. Halil, Hawa, King Drop holding strong. You are all keeping it strong. King Drop to soon return. Shout out to Chef Candy. Yeah, King Drop, best believe, yeah, he will be returning. You can believe it. So y'all can jump for joy for that, man. He will be returning, man. Just getting the tent straight, okay, getting the house straight. Chef, same thing, man. Beautiful thing. But man, Drop is not gone. Okay, he just gone from YouTube, man. If you get over to the 432 to drop, hit the 1, 2, 3, 4 to get in the door, family, and you drop there, man. Or just hit it on your, or go to you should have already the app downloaded, man, on your phone. 432 to drop. All right, that's 7 days a week, man. And you can't tell me you ain't hearing new shit on there. So you understand? A plethora, everybody is still vibing. We still sweeping. We still sweeting. We still in 432. Alright, so y'all get over there, man. Please do. Alright. Sacred Hebrew teachings, man. I appreciate you for sharing this. I love my Hebrew people. Shalom. Shalom, Yahuwah Barak. Bless you too, brother. Bestow benediction. Alright. Hawa bestowed benediction upon us. Amen. He confirmed. So be it, my brother. Confirm with you. Confirm with you, brother. It's a beautiful thing. Okay, round table, bro. Round table. Peace up to Carleen McLean. But round table, man. I feel that, brother, man. I just do. That's my brother. I feel that brother, man, because he know. I feel that brother, man. Just something about him. I seen him come correct, and so round table, my man. It's a good bread. That's a good brother. Trust me, that's a good brother. I'm in the Bay Area. The fires are 5 hours away, but the smoking been in the Bay Area for 2 weeks. Can we say it's heart? I don't know, bro. Man, heart probably consists of a lot of things. I think we probably could say. But you know what? It don't matter because everything works for the Most High. Man, peace, and I'm praying for you too out there. And it's crazy because my brother, he in Merced, California, and he's saying they have to wear smoke masks. Okay, but I know where my brother AD, we just talked to AD a couple days ago. Uno and AD, Uno just talked to AD a couple, days ago. I think like 2 days ago, and they fine, man. You know, in the inner city, we good. So, Chef too, same thing. El Hawaquam, they good. We're in the cities still, we still got cribs in the city, so, maintaining, keeping it to the fast, steadfasting for sure. So it's a beautiful thing. Sister Warrior, what it do? Where you been at, sis? Ahchwa, Shalom, sis. Appreciate you. I want to get down to creator own, what it do? I live for the Most High, what it do? Halil Hawa. Nubian DNA, what it do? Hebrew won the island too, what it do? What it do? What it do? Con Fresh, that's bread. That's Shabbat. We Shabbat up, way up. Con Fresh, what it do? Yeah, we know about that law and that vibration. Con Fresh is here. Nothing but dragons on the wall. All the time, dragons is always on the wall. So y'all be careful, because dragons is always on the wall. Alright? And now we ain't talking about the dragon and the woman. Gotta think outside the box, but keep it in the blueprint. Alright? We talking about that 5 finger. You know what I'm saying? Nothing is discredited. You know what I'm saying? Our brother Hawaquam gave us so much drop, man. Through the Prestadrine, through the search. You understand? Through the Dracon flow, through the search. The only way you could have got to this point where you at right now, if you went through the barrier. Only way you could have got to this point where you at right now, if you stayed with the barrier. We've been vibing for 2 years strong. 2 years strong. So I understand some of your comments, or I overstand some of our comments, because maybe we just tapped in. But if it was me, man, I'd go back to the first beginning video and just, learn the flow and just keep it going. And when the flow changed plenty times. But see, when that flow changed, it changed for righteous. If you see somebody that you go back, listen, I know people like that. People like that I grew up with. I go back, they willing to do the same thing that we was doing when we grew up, because they didn't change. You get it? How is you searching and you seeking the truth, but as long as everybody been watching you, you ain't changed? So that means you knew everything when you got on here? Okay, so out of all this time, then you should have been unchanged by now. You understand what I'm saying? So, man, you got to take it in the full degree, not just degrees. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to change. You got to be able to vibe up. You got to get way up, even if that's getting away from whoever it may be. So you can vibrate up. It's all about vibrating. It takes solitary confinement. Do you know niggas go to jail and find they soul? Or niggas get faced with near-death experiences to find their soul. Don't be that nigga. Don't be that nigga that gotta almost die to find his soul. You feel me? Don't wait till something bad happen to you. You feel me? All right, man, that's enough of that talking, because we got a lot of work to do. So, Hava, Shabbat, Shalom. Keep the Shabbat, man. Keep the Shabbat. You got to understand, that's something that we've been doing since yay high to a grasshopper. That's something we've been doing since this started. Ask the Most High. You ain't keeping the Shabbat because you feel like the Bible fake? Man, come on, man. It's just books. These books are your books. With a new ass cover on it, man. Come on, man. These are your people. This is afros and locks. The scripture, this is afros and locks. It's describing your people to a T. Afros and locks and beards. Forgive me. Alright, so. Alright, my sister. I just really wanted to get her name. Clemmy Creations. Clemmy Creations, beautiful sister, man. Y'all power to that sister, man. Because, you know, it's real. You know, and when a sister don't know you, she gon', you know, you gotta be careful if she feel like you offended her, because when a sister don't know you, she gonna try to put the checking down. So no disrespect, sister. Don't bite me. We good. Peace and blessings. So we went through about 18 convos. Y'all can go to the y'all go to that video and check it out if you want to. We already moving in so much time, but it's a beautiful thing. We just went over the actual, you know, the determinations of whether you choose to say Hawa or whether you choose to say Wa or Hayah. Okay, Hayah. But remember, in one breath you can't say Yah is the defiant one and then you say Hayah or Hey Yah. You say Yah is the defiant one, but then you say Hey Yah. So I mean, really, it's you picking and choosing. But I mean, it don't matter, man. The Creator got you. He got. That's why we know. See, we vibe up. See, we don't stick on that punk shit. You feel what I'm saying? Because we vibe up. So we know. All right, let me just show you. Let me just show you what I'm talking about. You got to vibe up, man. Bring out the paleo chart. Oh, big ups to the Abbeys. Big up to the Aboriginals, man, because the OGs, because man, they doing some big things up in their chat. They doing some real big things. This is our Talkton is one. I'm just showing you his page because y'all got to get over there if you haven't. What you probably have. Everybody know who a Talkton is one is. That last video, man, he got plenty of brothers on here. I feel like, wow, it's like, you know, they like these dudes are celebrities or something, man. I feel like I'm so geeked up watching them. I just started 16. I'm gonna continue on watching them. I don't know why I'm missing his live shows, but hey, man, I'm getting them because he recording it. So thank you for recording, man. But man, we got a whole bunch of brothers in the building. Y'all get over there. Cootie Mayo in there. Cootie Mayo is way up in the forest with him, standing tall. You got Wapanagi in there in the building. You got Winnie. Neppy. Our brother Neppy in the building. With Neppy up. You got Jaguar. What's up, big Jaguar? Big ups to you, brother. And you got a bunch of tribal people, a bunch of tribal brothers in there, man. All right, so y'all go over there, man. They doing big things, good conversation, good topic, good conversation. They litigating, man, and they learning some things. So it's not for us to condemn nobody. You understand? So 5. Why does it have 5? You know, but remember, Hawaii see the haters. Why do it got 5 dislikes? Somebody jealous, huh? Somebody jealous because them brothers over there expressing themselves on some indigenous ruach. Oh man, that's so haterific of you. But we know the lights stand tall. It must be something like they must be trying to. These must matter to you. But you know what? They don't matter to us. You feel me? Them don't matter to us. They must matter to you. They matter to you. See, we don't care about the same things the haters care about. That's what they don't realize. See, they care about shit that haters just care about. We don't. That's why we didn't, all that bitter shit, man, you know. But, Wusa, Hawa, man. Hawa, man. Wow. See, breathe. So, you know what I'm saying? It's all about breath. Okay? Let me show you. Let me show you it's all about breath. Man, did I lose it again? All right, here we go. So, like where we started, like I was saying. Okay, now we got the ancient Shemitic Hebrew, right? So we really ain't got to pay attention to that. That's the modern Hebrew, the Greek, and Latin. We want to go back to where it started. You know, we want to go back to the Pueblo. All right, to the Pueblo, to the Paleo. All right. All right, so look. All right, so we got pictures. We got the names. We got the meaning. And the name could be the sound, but we take the sound with the meaning. Okay, so now they didn't do so much to try to confuse you because, you know, it's good. We good. I think it only consists of like 23 letters, which is pretty much to the originality of it. All right, but what we want to get down to, I think, is the 5th and the 6th letter. All right, of the Hebrew alphabet. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, here's the 5th and 6th letter. Okay, here's your symbols. Here's your paleo symbols. Okay, these are your paleo symbols right here. Okay, this would be your middle symbols. Okay, so this would be your picto. This would be your paleo. Sorry, I had that wrong. This is your early, which is your picto. All right, more pictures. All right. And here is your middle, which is paleo. All right, your paleo. Here's your late work. All right. So therefore, now here's your name. Hey, right? Hey, wow. All right. Now, before you say anything, hey is probably here because of after time over time. Bam, hey got here. But look, check this out. It don't matter. All right. So what's the picture? Man with his arms raised, right? Look, reveal, breathe. All right. So we already know when you go back to Genesis, how was man created? By that breath, right? By that breath. By that breath, right? By that breath. Now, breath is very important. Let me tell you how important breath is. When I was a little kid, man, we was in the projects, right? And I ran upstairs, man. My young beautiful mother was laying in the bed, and she never had any problems like that before, but she couldn't even breathe, right? And she was trying to catch her air. She never had any breathing problems before, but I just remember her. She couldn't breathe for nothing, and she was just grasping for air, and we didn't know what to do. We was little kids, 4 and 5 years old, and someone was there and they helped, and the ambulance came and got her right. And I mean, she was always in shape and everything, young, energetic, but for some reason that day she lost her air, and it wasn't a heart attack or anything. Came back the next day fine. For some reason the Most High took her breath away. So to understand how important breath is, to know that you want your breath to be secure. Secure, man. Secure. I need secure breath, okay? That way I know it's from the Most High. Okay, so when we get into the 6th letter, okay, yes, you see it in its paleo form. It's picto, it's paleo form, and it's late form. But then that's wow, right? it goes to a tent peg, right? Add a tent peg, right? But you know what that tent peg is, right? Don't let them fool you with the tent peg, right? Dodge the hijack. That's a staff, homie. That is the staff, homie. And you know what the staff is, right, homie? Do you know what the staff is? The staff is what? What's the staff? What does the staff mean? Huh? That symbolizes God. Moses called the staff, remember he said, this is God's staff. Right? So, that makes it secure. Remember when he used that staff, what it was for? When he waved it up and Yahshua won no fight. When he won that fight, he had remember Moshe, he needed help. Somebody had to come help him hold it up, because every time he would drop the staff, Malak got the winning. You know what I'm saying? So he had to keep that staff up in the air because it was important, because, you know, the Most High was working through that. That was a big fight against Molech. So why? And then, okay, now listen, when you breathe, check out your breath. Okay, now breathe with me, family. Breathe with me, Shabbat. All right, so let's take that deep breath in. Right? Same thing. I mean, keep it pure. Keep it funky. Keep it pure and funky. All right, now we just gonna keep it pure and funky. All right, so when you breathe in, how you do it? quick, breathe in. You gonna do that. So you already know. Do you breathe in? Hey. Try to say hey, breathe in. Try to say hey and breathe in. Hey. Try to say it. Yeah, that's what I thought. Try to say hey and breathe in. That's what I thought. When you breathe in, you just gonna say. All right. Now breathe out. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe out. And what do you do when you breathe out? So you're going to say, wah. See, wah controls it. Wah. Wah. Or, yeah. Yeah. Wah. Yeah. Wah. Wah is just more original to us. And it's okay. All right. But see, why is more original to Picto and Paleo Hebrew? So what came first? Picto or Paleo Hebrew, or the Strong's Concordance to tell us how to break down Picto and Paleo Hebrew? You tell me, man. You tell me, man. I just work here. I just work here. You tell me. But nah, man. I'm having fun with y'all today. You can believe that, man. We just having fun. We vibing up. We twisting up locks today, man. We twisting up locks. You know, it's a celebration. But let me proceed before y'all get bored. So now. Oh, sorry. No, that's for something else. Don't worry about that. That's for something else. Alright. The Paleo Hebrew alphabet. Oh, yeah. Let's go back to that chart, because I also want to distinguish that in this chart, out of the 23 letters, right? Where do you see Yah at? Where do you see Yah? What letter is Yah? None. Okay. Only thing we have for Yah, or as close to that, is Yad. Yad. Yad is an arm and a closed hand. Yad. To work, throw, worship. Yad. Worship. Yad. Okay. Yad. That goes over to Yud. Yeah, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So, and I know you know, we broke it down with a translation from your Greek, right? How we break down Israel to be Yasharala. Israel in Greek. That's what you're going to do with that. You see how you break down Israel, the Babylonian terms? Israel with the Greek. And then you get Yasharala, right? So that's the same thing you do with, I don't know, maybe Heya. Break that down so you can get Hawa. Hey man, I just work here. So what I wanted to show you is this right here. If I can still find it. Let's go down a little bit because I think I can find it. Okay, Paleo Hebrew. Okay, is a variant of Phoenician. I wanted to show y'all something. Give me a minute, give me a second. I wanted to show y'all something. They have something where I went earlier. Maybe was it origins, letters. Damn. Okay, check out the letters. The chart below compares the letter of Phoenician script with those of the Paleo Hebrew and the present Hebrew alphabet. Okay, so now let's go down. Okay, we got the Phoenician, the Paleo Hebrew, the Samaritan. Samaritans, they're all right. They are Samaritans. They're my brothers. They're all right with me. All right, the Square Hebrew and the English. Phoenicians, them, you know, they're my people too. All right, so you know, English. You know, English. You know, I mean, I don't. You know, we rocking British. You know what I'm saying? The Brit. English, if you willing to admit that, you know, you got your shit from the Brit, you know what I'm saying, and the British are your descendants, then we cool too. We cool. You got to acknowledge the British, though, because we know that them the brothers. All right, and then we good. You feel me saying? Then you a brother. You good. You good. All right, so this the point. All right, so when we get down to the Paleo Hebrew, y'all just keep your eyes on the Paleo, okay? And then when you see the English names, you get the Aleph, Bet, Gimel. You know what I'm saying? How you able to pronounce them in English. You get what I'm saying? How you able to pronounce them. Okay? So there you see Aleph, Bet. That's the Paleo alphabet. Okay? Gimel, Dalet. Now, you see that Wa? Wa is the sixth letter of the Shemitic alphabet, man. Alright? We know it's W's and V's, man. V's to Y. So you can say Wav, Vav. But see, we got clarity. So we don't have to speak with all this corny tongue. It's corny tongue. We call it corny tongue, man. Where I'm from, we call it corny tongue, man. That's corny tongue. So therefore, overstanding is why. That's secure. Why? Alright? Why? Ha or he, which we already know the game. Hold up. Give me 1 second. I didn't mean to do that. Be patient. Alright, so we got, let's see how they break this down. He or ha is the fifth letter of the Shemitic alphabet, including. Alright. So, like I said, man, we vibrate all the way up. So I hope that you are zany, man. I hope that you are Zan. All right, you know it for Zion, right? But I hope that you are Zion. Okay, Zan is the 7th letter of the Shemitic. All right, Zay represents the sound. All right, now, and also, which is very important, let's go to the 23rd, right? I think it's the 23rd or the 22nd, or maybe the 21st. The 21st. Where we at? Oh, no. I think it's the 7th, right? Is that the... Wait a minute. Let's see. Which one is it? Well, we just going to count them because we forgot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 14th letter is none. None. Okay? None. That's the seed. That's the seed. None. Joshua, son of Nun. That's the seed. That's the 14th letter of the Hebrew Ruach. And why do you think that's there? Why do you think that Taw is there? Why do you think that Taw is there? That's the 22nd letter. That's the sign right there. You carrying the cross, man. Let's go. All right, man. So I you know, that's just, you know, we can get more into it, but we're gonna keep it moving.
Negative source, you know, these so that people can go ahead and look it for themselves, and that's a part of the awakening, and that's all what it's about, brothers. Is just for us to start putting out information to make people think, to make people start just basically looking outside of the paradigm that's been put upon us, and to see that, you know, some of these things that's put in place have been put in place on purpose, and some of these things that have been perpetuated has been laid out to our ancestors, who in turn have perpetuated them and basically have indoctrinated us generations, you know, since. But the whole spiel is, when you guys understand that the whole Christianity and the whole movement, you know, the Crusades was basically to take out, you know, these indigenous tribes here in the Americas, to conquer these Americas. You know, when Christopher Columbus, Karimo can tell you, when Christopher Columbus came over here, he came over with one mission in mind: to seize the holy city and the Mount Zion. You know, so this is in his own writings. So when you look at this kind of stuff, then you know that, wait a minute, this cannot be the new world. If they talking about this kind of stuff, that's only could be in the old world. You know, so I can go on and on, but I just wanted to touch on that. And I wanted to, you know, basically let everybody know I'm here, and I'll go ahead and chat in when I can. I got to step away 1 second because my grandson is over here about to tear this thing up. I'll go ahead and pass the mic.
Hey, thanks, Medicine Man. I much appreciated. And you know what, A1, I wanted to say this, is that everybody is starting to understand that everything's been hijacked, flipped around, upside down, and dipped, right? Everybody is starting to get that. But then, in a coincidence, all of a sudden, you have this major fire that breaks out down south. What is it, Brazil? The National Museum. Now, not only did it have a lot of the artifacts, but it also, within that structure, they had a lot of the verbal languages that were being restored and that were kept on file. And guess what? Now it's supposedly gone. Do you understand the timing of this? And then to go on with what the brother was saying, Medicine Man was saying, I don't look at it, religion, as a dogma. Don't look at that as the Bible as dogma. Look at it as a blueprint. Look at it as chronology. and then you can start to fit it all together as like a puzzle, and you will understand what you're looking at. And I'll yield the floor on that.
Well, even if you go back and you look at the calendars, before it was turned to a 12-month calendar, we had a 13-month calendar with 28 days, 4 7-day periods. Before they changed over and gave our days of the week names of different Greek and Greek deities, we had day 1 through 6, and then you had day of rest. That's just how it went. As far back as I can trace back, and as far back into our history and our tradition, that's how it was celebrated. You had day 1 through 6. Then you had one day that was day of rest, period. We also celebrated the harvest festivals, the Feast of Intergathering. There are certain traditions that have been passed down generation to generation to generation before the Bible was put together, assembled, and brought over here. These have been things that have been going on and talked about for millennia. So a lot of this stuff isn't new. And that's what we're saying. Please don't look at it as speaking about biblical text. Just take the word Bible off the front of the Bible and go ahead and add some chronological dates, and it becomes a history book. Don't think anybody pushing a religious aspect or what a person's supposed to be. Once again, just please take it as learning, history, accounts that happen, and these are things that may have been reworded or names have been changed in order to suit English wording better. Exactly. But deep down, it's still our history book. That's what I'll give the mic on that one.
I was gonna say, with the Popol Vuh next to the Old Testament, especially to the creation part in the beginning, you're gonna see where they got their story from.
Yeah.
You read the annals of the Cachiquels.
Yeah.
You're gonna see they're talking about somebody with a staff and a rod split into two. Right? If you read the legends of the Aztec, how they got there, you know, that was their promised land. They even called it their promised land. They were led by their priest king, Meshi. Alright, and this was from Aslan. This was in Utah. Alright, we don't have to, we already know Utah, the significance of that place. So it's deeper than just religions and what, we've learned all our life, and a lot of us I see a lot of important people in the chat. And I know a lot of you have mad, knowledge, a lot of wisdom, but we always got to be willing to learn from each other, and maybe there's a perspective we were missing, and it's all part of the Most High. Really, it's only one information, one truth, one foundation, and it all leads right here. That's what we're trying to show you. It all leads back to here, the grandma, the land. This is grandma right here. This is my yacht.
Yeah, y'all get over there and check out the show, man. It's a Ahchwa show, man. That's Mim over in the forest way up, man. That's at the Autochthonous One. Y'all get over to that brother channel, the Autochthonous One. He's vibing out with everybody. He understands what it is. It's a beautiful thing. I got to finish watching that video last night, and yes, sure, it was Ahchwa. So brothers is understanding the overstanding, and it's a beautiful thing. But as you can see, man, this is J Stu and the fam. J Stu, that's little Enoch. He stayed way up. J Stu and the fam, and we know J Stu had the baby, and we know the baby is doing well, doing beautiful, in good health, good Baruch. But that's over in the land of Judah, as you can see. That's Zion National Park. Okay? Zion National Park correlates with your ancient Hebrew, like we said. Alright? We already know. Zion Park, Zion Forest. Alright? It's 59 national forests in the United States. What they say, covering 700 million acres of land. Part of 700 million acres of land that was taken from you. Alright? Your ancient Egypt, your ancient Babylon, all those good things, the Grand Canyons. But yeah, and that's another thing when we talk about the lost artifacts over in the Grand Canyons. What it do, everybody? What it do, family? What it do, Shabbatah? Yeah, it's the fam, and it's a good thing. But if we can go over to this actual book right here, the Egyptian Treasure Cave of the Grand Canyon. Alright, I ordered this book about a year ago. We hit you over the head with it. Check the drop. Check out the drop. The Egyptian, just what it is. Egyptian Treasure Cave found in the Grand Canyons. The Grand Canyon, that's Arizona. It's like the Grand Canyons is like in 2 or 3 different states in the four corners. But this is all part of you, man. Listen, all that is part of your Yucatans, your Americas, man. That's what we're trying to tell you. So it doesn't matter. Mexico, you know, because you got to think when that where the water is. So you got this peninsula of, you know, South America merging with America, with Central America. So you got this peninsula of islands, you know, engulfed in this water, and it merges all the way to a long island up to Massachusetts. You know what I'm saying? It's like all of the Gulf, man. It's beautiful. And so therefore you got, you know, and that connects directly to your Mississippi River, which is the Nile Valley River. All right, which is the Nile Valley River. If you look up the etymology for Nile Valley River, and you will get the delta. All right, delta in your delta regions over there in the south, you'll get your delta. That's why they call it the delta, because of the Nile Valley River, because of the Mississippi River. So in that book right there, I'll just get over to Stu. I want to check out my brother. Yeah, so in that book, man, we already they set precedents to Smithsonian. Smithsonian made up a whole bunch of lies in the book. Okay, they made up a whole bunch of lies in the book. All right, but this book, is actually have attributes of royal burial tombs. All right, of what they pulled out of the Grand Canyons, man. Royal burial tombs. All right, and they don't know, but you know they got a whole listings of the culture existed between 1000 BC, but you know it don't matter because they don't know. Remember, they just getting over here. All right, and they messing. Stu, what it do? And they messing with the timeline and everything. So we'll get into that too, about the Gregorian putting the 587 years on a timeline, and that's just one of the names, the Gregorian calendar. Okay, which we know when we seen the treaties of 1208 that was signed. All right, the treaties that was signed by the Sultan of Morocco. Okay, that same time and same date was 1778. So in 1208 they changed the time to 580 some or 78 years, 80 some years, and started with 1778. Now before that, before 1778, they were colonizing. Moving in, moving it out, moving it in, moving it out. All right, so, and we already, you know, we own that. We own that. We all in that. Okay, so yeah, man. So Smithsonian with a whole bunch of lies, but we know the truth because Smithsonian first photographic study of us, which were the Maya. Okay, and the Teotech people. What the first study wasn't made until 1876. The first photographic. So they start taking pictures in 1876. Okay, and Robert Mueller was in charge of that. And then the first scientific study, when they started to study us, the first scientific study wasn't dated until 1891. So if they just getting over here and just getting established in the 1700s, 1778, and then you got 1891. Okay, 100 years later, they didn't get their first, you know, formulated picture. You know. All right, so you gotta understand that how the people that got over here last is gonna tell you everything about, you know what I'm saying, about you. How the people gonna tell you last? How the people that got here last gonna tell you who was first? All right. So if they can't tell you who you is, how they gonna tell you who you ain't, people? Stand up, Jacob. This is you. Stand up, indigenous. Stand up, Autochthons. All right. So in the 1909 Arizona Gazette, that was a newspaper that one of these rich, spoiled tycoons, slave runners, slave blood money was. Well, anyway, the point is the 1909 Arizona Gazette, okay, talked about G.E. Kincaid. All right, this G.E. Kincaid, S.A. Jordan. If you go back to that drop, man, I hit you over the head with that drop. It's a beautiful drop. Check it out. S.A. Jordan, and S.A. Jordan was a European archaeologist. Okay, he died in 1911. He was killed. G.E. Kincaid was killed at the age of 52 in 1911. Now G.E. Kincaid was the first white settler in Idaho. First white settler. How you think he got there? He was paid all expense. Okay? He had to keep the secrets for Smithsonian. But they ganked him. But look, this dude, when they found him, he had gold artifacts in his crib. So you know Smithsonian has something to do with both of these archaeologists' deaths. Okay? These are the ruins of the 10 lost tribes of Israel. Or as my brother Kuti Mayo say, Atlantis. Okay? These early 1800 drawings were the drawings of the Mayan culture. And the boy Catherwood said that. Okay, so it's real, man. These are your royal barriers of your Teotihuacan or your Olmec, your Toltec, Halstec, Mixtec people. You can believe that these are your Mayan people. These are the people of your Yucatans. These are the people of your Americas, South, Central, and Northern Americas. All right. And so we got all type of information to back that up. But as you can see, it's beautiful. This is your land. Those are trees. Those mountains are trees. All right. So y'all look into the Department of Interior because they got a whole lot of information for us. Y'all look up documentary genocide. All right. Family surnames on the hit list. Alright, separation the Negro from the Mongrel. Alright, that was Plecker in 1924 with the vital statistics of eugenics movement. Check that out. Alright, check that out, man. It's serious. Alright, and also I'm gonna bring that back, the Black American Handbook of the 21st century. Look at those animals. Beautiful. Alright, what's going on with the land is beautiful. See how beautiful it is? Alright, but that Black American Handbook on the 21st century, that's big ups to Miss Radine Amin-Ra Harrison. Okay? Big ups to her, man. She is the author of that book, man, and she got so many jewels in there. I got that book. It's a beautiful thing, okay? And the topic of it, who is the Anasazi? Who is the Anasazi Pueblo? Pueblo just meaning ancient. Who is the Anasazi Pueblo? Alright, we are the original mound builders. The mound builders. Alright, and even if you want to talk about pyramids, we know. We got the pyramids on lock too. Even to the north side of the Grand Canyons, you got the old images of the pyramids. The Isis Temple, the Tower of Set, the Tower of Ra. That is your Egypt. Your old Babylon. It's a beautiful thing. That is your ancient Egypt, man. Check out that David H. Childress cover-up of the Grand Canyons. Alright? The real-life cover-up of the Grand Canyons. The Grand Canyons cover-up. He's the real Indiana Jones. Went all over there, and he's on expose what they covering up. So look, man, can't nobody tell us nothing. Nothing. We are the Mississippi Indians, man. You can believe that. We are the Mississippi Indians, man. You can believe that. Alright, so, and then alright, but I want to get into what's going on with the land. J Stu, what it do, man? Much love to you and the fam. We got to hit over. This is part 3 of the what's going on in Khalifa, man. Dragon fires spotted in Khalifa. Part 3. So we want to get into that because we want to. This is also coincide with everything that's going on. So when we talk about the land, man, we want to just check out how much of this land is being burned. All right, but we already know prophecy, man. You know, the Most High is going to replenish all of what He give to us. Okay, overstand that. Okay, but let's check it out, man, because they do not expect to fully contain the blaze, which has raised 145,000 acres. Okay. That's 145,000 acres that's already burned. That's in just paradise. Alright, Buck County officials. Okay, Buck County officials released a list of 103 people they believe are still missing. Alright, So far, 7,600 residents are known to have been destroyed by the fire, as well as hundreds of commercial properties. Governor Brown, who was touring the area on Wednesday, described it to look like a war zone. Paradise had done a lot of replanting, man. Of replanting. Alright, what about the other fires? What about the other fires? The number of fires continue to burn, and officials at Thursday press conference warned the risk for more is far over. The risk of more is far from over. Secretary of Interior Ryan Zink, who has been touring the damage, called it unsustainable for such fires to become a yearly concurrence. All right, we're a great nation. It is not a republic nation, democratic issue. This is an American, and we should address it as such. Okay? Governor Jerry Brown said the solution will involve addressing the climate change. We have to get on the side of nature, not just to fight it, said the Democratic governor. Meanwhile, officials said good progress was being made on the Woolsey fire. All right. So officials confirmed on Wednesday morning that a third victim in the fire had been discovered, meaning 59 people had died. And Woolsey fire is still burning across more than 98,000 acres. Okay, but it's 57% tan, as they say. 98,000 acres. Okay. Some areas affected are now considered safe. The Los Angeles County Police say they will now allow some people back into the city of Calabasas, and we'll do some updates and also check on the fire. And rest in power to anybody who didn't make it out, and good Baruch, blessings to those who made it out. All right, a smaller fire is 94% contained in Ventura County. Okay, north of Los Angeles. Police have lifted the evacuation orders for residents of Lake Sherwood and Hidden Valley. Okay, so this is a new driven fire began menacing San Bernardino County homes on Tuesday. A new wind-driven fire began menacing San Bernardino. All right, but that has been being largely contained by local officials. As you can see, here's a chart, and the chart just breaks down. Now you can see the fires coming onto the Gulf. All right, your Gulf region, California, and as you see, is a close-up the damaged houses, but they don't give you really, but these are thousands of your acres. All right, why are they burning? All right, now they making up a whole lot of stuff that why they burning. But I tell you what, several people have already filed lawsuits against Pacific Gas and Electric, causing their stock price to plunge by over 31%. 31%. All right, which amounts the market value at about $16 billion. Pacific Gas and Electric stock went up 31% to $16 billion. Somebody rich. On Monday, the California Public Utilities Commission announced investigations in the gas company. All right, that's the PG&E. All right, the electrical company. They're trying to blame it on them. They're blaming it on historical wildlife season started this summer. They're blaming it on low humidity. They're blaming it on warm Santa Ana winds. They're blaming it on all type of shit. He said it's not one thing. It's the people. It's how people live. It's where they live. And it's the climate change, the drought, the diminishing moisture, and the truth is we're going to have more difficulties. Okay, so as you can see in 1933, you can see right then you had the Griffin Park that got on fire, and that burned 47 acres, with probably a depth of maybe 25 or was that 100,000 acres? I'm not sure how they putting this map together, but as you get down to 2018, you can see that's 125,000. So it don't even matter because it's quadruple that. Okay, give me a second. All right, so just real quick, a reminder. I also wanted to get just real quick so people can take the link. You know what I'm saying? So you could take the link. This is the official statistical register of the state of Mississippi. Okay, the Mississippi Department All right. This is the Mississippi Department of Archives and History. All right. Now you can download this on your internet archive. So the making of Mississippi. This is the dominion of Mississippi. When the territory, which is now the state of Mississippi, was first explored by white men, it was owned and occupied by the following tribes of Indians: the Natchez, the Choctaws. That's what my people is, Choctaw, which a lot of people are. Chickasaw, Biloxi, Pascagoula, Choctaws, Tunsins, and the Yazoos. All right, the Tunicas and the Yazoos. All right, the Natchez, the Choctaws, the Chickasaws, the Biloxis, the Pascagoulas, the Chickasaws, the Tunicas, and the Yazoos. The most numerous and powerful tribes were the Chickasaws. All right, because just spread it out, and the Choctaws. The formers lived in the northern, and the later in the central. Okay, and the latter in the central and the southern parts of the state. All right, the northern and the central and the southern parts of the state. Okay, now we're not talking about what you see as Mississippi today, man. We talking about all that Gulf. Okay. All right. The Natchez Indians live along the Mississippi in the present counties of Alabama, Claiborne, Jefferson, and Wilkinson. The Biloxis and the Pascagoulas occupy the Gulf Coast country. Okay, the Tunicas and the Yazoo tribes had their hunting grounds along the Yazoo River. All right. The Chukamas live in the eastern part of the state. All right. So, 1517 to 1619. Oh, hold up, real quick. Okay, 1517 to 1619. Okay, now that's before your starting of the United States, right? Right? So if you know 1778 was 1208, right? 1778. So that means what? 1619 is the 1100s. Okay, and 15 is 1000. So this 1500 is the year 1000, and this is the 1100s in real time. Okay, Spain by the right, according to the Gregorian calendar. The Gregorian changes. Spain by the right of discovery claimed nearly all the great continent of North America, which was given by the name of Florida by the early Spanish navigators and explorers. All right, the title to the country was rather general and undefined, but remained unchallenged until the coming of the English and the French. What is now the state of Mississippi remained nominally under the dominion of Spain until 1699. All right, then it changed to the French. Okay, when the French under Pierre Lemon. All right, the kings of Spain, hence of Mississippi, from 1512 to 1699 were Ferdinando V, Charles I, Philip I, the second and the third and the fourth, and Charles II. All right, so with that, man, just to hit y'all with that link, I want to get into the actual footage. All right, because we want to get into those forensics. What they're talking about, the horrible truth about the Northern Californians. So, man, y'all got to check this out. All right, let's check it out real quick, man. It's a couple minutes, but this is crazy. But check what the forensics. We talking about lasers. We talking about dragons with laser fire breathing, man. This is crazy. Check it out, man. Massive forest fires raged across thousands of acres in Khalifa. But they won't tell you about the fires in
Hey guys, it's
California.
11:30 a.m. on October 10th, 2017, and I just wanted to go over some basic facts with you guys about fires. The average house fire burns at a temperature of about 1100 degrees Fahrenheit, which isn't hot enough to destroy most metals and earthly made substances. And if an item is well placed and small in size, its chances of survival increase drastically. Let's take a look at the burning couple of materials. Glass burns at around 2600 to 2900 degrees Fahrenheit, which is more than double the regular temperature of house fires or forest fires. Let's see what we can find out about aluminum. Aluminum melts at around 1220 degrees. Some alloys a little bit hotter, around 1900 degrees. Now let's take a look at what the National Institute of Fire Safety and Safety Training say what will not generally burn in a house fire. Jewelry, because it's metal. Silver coins, because they're metal. Filing cabinets. Steel filing cabinets are built to last, so businesses won't have to deal with the loss of important files after building fires. Many people keep personal documents in filing cabinets, which are often kept in home offices. And it says here that silver burns around 1800 degrees Fahrenheit. Let's go down to barbecue grills, cookware, some appliances, stone table, fire safes. Let's see, it says here about tools. Because the melting point of carbon steel is between 2600 and 28.
What she's saying is that something in these fires burnt all of these things that weren't supposed to burn in normal fires. As if they were targeted burns. Something burnt these fires that don't burn normal fires. Let's check it out.
8 degrees Fahrenheit. And the melting point of stainless steel is roughly 2700 degrees. So you're not going to see your barbecues melt. You're not going to see your ovens and your most of your appliances. They're not going to melt. They'll be burned, they'll be damaged, but they're not going to melt. It's common to find an appliance or two that remains intact. There's chaos around there, but many appliances these days are made with stainless steel, which gives them a sleek and design durability. So a lot of people have these things, but the metal, the frame itself of these things is not going to melt. So let's take a peek at what happened here. Well, let me just show you some pictures here of normal house fires. What's usually left afterwards. There's a bunch of rubble and everything's black. Usually the frames of the buildings stand. And there's a bunch of crap around the trees, or around the place, buildings. The frame of the building stays intact. The entire building does not disappear. There's still debris. There's a huge debris field after these things. You see there's like gutters and stuff. And wood, even though it does burn, it doesn't totally burn. Now this is white stuff from what they put the fire out with, but generally you see that all of these houses, every one of them is black. Now this car was right next to a fire, and it still has glass. Its wheels are still intact. This thing actually burned, but it didn't melt the tires. It didn't melt the glass in the vehicle. You see all the rubble? This is just rubble because these places implode. After the structure falls apart, it collapses. But you still see they're all singed. They're all black. And even in the forest fires, the trees themselves are still black. And you can see, you have bricks on the bottom, and not all the aluminum siding or vinyl siding melts. Look at these structure, the outward frame of the houses still stands. That's not what we see in these crazy forest fires. The entire things just disappear. Should be visible to the people with eyes to see. Here's this neighborhood before.
Check out the neighborhood after. Wow.
And I want you to look, you guys. There's absolutely nothing left. You don't see any part of any of the structures anywhere. This isn't possible. There's something else going on here.
Check it out. Now, what you think? What could have caused these fires? These unnatural fires, as they say. You got stuff that should be burned, that's not burned. You got stuff that's burnt to a crisp that shouldn't be burned. Revelation 7, Revelation chapter 5, we're going to get into it. I think this got something to do with it. I think that I think that's perfect timing. But let's check out what they're talking about. Alright, Lockheed. Lockheed is developing laser weapons for the U.S. military. Y'all check out Lockheed. That's a weapons, laser weapon, U.S. military laser weapon. Check out Lockheed. A recent video put the spotlight on a laser system, Athena. Check that out also, Athena. Alright? They say Athena is a 30 kilowatt system. It's a 30 kilowatt system. Now it fired down 5 drones with this laser, this 30 kilowatt laser. It's been in development for years. Now in 2005, Athena disabled a truck from a mile away. Just how they do those lasers on your license plates and detect that you speed from a mile away. Lockheed has also built a stronger laser for the Army. A 60 kilowatt laser weapon system. They put it to test last March, man. This looked like a fake picture, but... Okay, the weapon generated a world record of 58 kilowatt beam. Now check out that, man, check out this, man. Now this looks like this is actual footage. They're using, but you never know with the blue screen, but look, man. Laser weapons have huge advantage for a U.S. military. This shit is really happening. Now look what is, if you could see down, look what it's doing. Look what it's actually doing. Look at the line of demarcation it leaves on the land, and this plane is flying above the clouds, so at night you wouldn't even see it. They are silent, invisible, and cheaper than any other weapons. Listen, they're going to tell you that it only costs $1 to fire this weapon. $1. Can you imagine that compared to a bullet? Now, a $3 million Patriot missile recently shot down a $200 drone. So this all about cost, man. It's all about cost. Look. But the Navy estimates a solid state laser could be fired at less than $1. Wow. So the company envisions lasers attached to all type of vehicles. Can you imagine that? But Athena has not yet added to any military equipment, they say. Or have they? Let's check this out. Okay, now check this helicopter footage out. This shit is wild. Check the helicopter footage out now. Now I'm just set the scene for what's going on. Okay, now this is the night of the fires, right? The fire's been going on for months, but this is one of the night of the fires. So a helicopter is skimming the fires and reporting it, right? So he using his phone to his personal phone for just to show what's going on, so personal footage. Now he sees this actual beam, this laser beam. Look, let's check it out. You compare, tell me what it is. Look. See it? Did you see it? says, why did the cameraman only jerk the camera at the exact moment that he seen it? Did he see something he was not supposed to be filming? You look at this, man. You tell me what's going on. A tree. In the inside of the tree is burning from the rooter to the tutor. You tell me what's going on. How did that tree get on fire? From the inside. Only the bark left on the outside of the tree. How? Tell me how.
Alleged to, right? Yeah. Now, we realize that for
Now this is Dr. Ku as he goes off the script and talk about these lasers. Look.
decades now, these governments have been alleged to have experimented with weather control, but nothing conclusive. This time we're bringing in the laws of physics rather than simply waving our hands and uttering mumbo jumbo. We're actually using trillion-watt lasers now.
It's the power of 1 watt, and if you don't want to use your energy to strike your match, you can just hold it in the beam of light.
Now this is a 500 trillion watt laser. Alright? This is how science is supposed to have changed our world. Look.
A 1 watt laser can light a match. Imagine then the power of a 500 trillion watt laser. That's exactly what they've built here at the National Ignition Facility in California, where engineers have just finished constructing the laser to end all lasers.
And now we're learning that scientists and researchers are looking at how to change the weather on purpose. That's right, lasers now.
This was from the military news. It's about aircraft laser-borne weaponry, a Boeing YAL-1. And look for the blue flashes, folks. That's what we saw in the skies. Those are the lasers being used, that they're pulsing the electromagnetic fields of plasmic energy.
Now they're talking about, now this is a Boeing, okay? A Boeing laser.
That they excite with the winds in order to direct the direct field. See the blue? These are caused by these laser beams. And we'll get into the whole thing about lasers and when they're created here in a little bit. But look at the blue, folks. That's what many comments, and I saw it as well. We saw blue sparks or flashes in the sky. And that's what they were, is these little blue beams of laser energy. Right there, see it? That's what we saw. So this is proof pretty positive that this was a laser-directed energy weapons used on the Northern Cal fires here. This is in the coffee district here, which we're talking about, that got attacked. Notice they're completely obliterated. Alright, so this is Santa Rosa in the area. This is pictures similar to the ones I took the other day in the coffee district area. Again, you can see the ridge fires coming up. Take a look at this, folks. See the stone block wall? It's all gone, folks. The heat had to be enough to melt the wall. Columns were melted.
Now you tell me that, is that an explosion, or, because how is the heat to melt the brick? What's really going on? Revelations chapter 5.
Melted. Wrought iron steel melted. No glass. 2,600 degrees to melt glass. No glass. How about metal tires? We saw the rims, and there's no rubber at all on any of the tires. The rubbers were completely gone. Well, here it says in sciencing, if you put a rubber tire in a furnace, even a hot one, it won't melt. The tires are vulcanized, which means they're through a process that combines the rubber molecules with carbon and other elements to prevent them from oxidizing or burning. It's why hot rodders can burn rubber without setting anything on fire. And the fires are said to merge. They're bringing people down, firemen from Idaho, Washington, Oregon. They're planning it to merge and continue on. This is a picture from down the road. There's a Hilton Hotel, or what was the Hilton Hotel, and the Fountain Grove Inn right below it, which was. But look at the steel. Look at the steel melted and twisted, folks. That means the temperatures was above 2,500 degrees Fahrenheit. It wasn't a firestorm because it happened right away.
This was a USA something wildfire. So this is a new trend we're seeing where the entire building just disappears. There's absolutely nothing left, and that's what we're seeing again here. And this is becoming a growing trend, guys. There's no explanation for it. I want to show you a couple things here that should really be visible to the people with eyes to see. Here's this neighborhood before. And I want you to look, you guys. There's absolutely nothing left. You don't see any part of any of the structures anywhere. This isn't possible. There's something else going on here. Something else going on here. The entire building. Everything's gone but the trees. One washing machine. But where are the granite countertops? Where are the glass doors? Where's any of the metal framing? Where's the bricks? Where's any of the stuff that held these houses together? And why isn't there any rubble? But the tree is still standing. And the grasses are still here. But the cars that were left have no glass. They're all smashed to pieces. Look at this, the garbage cans. Come on, guys, all the garbage cans are here. But look at the cars, look at the condition of these vehicles. Look at this is all smashed and bent. And look at the twigs on the ground. These things should have caught on fire. How come there's pine needles and stuff all in the path? Why isn't there anything standing whatsoever but the trees? This is supposed to be a forest fire. How come the forest didn't catch on fire? Not even the tree branches. Look at, there's just twigs and stuff everywhere. Why did the twigs not burn? But every single solitary piece of 2x4 that built these houses is standing. I mean, isn't standing, it's gone. It's all disappeared. There's no aluminum siding, there's no bricks, there's nothing.
Yeah, man, somebody got some explaining to do. Somebody got some explaining to do. What y'all think? I think it all coincide with the ride. It all coincide with the ride. Let's check out. Pull your swords out, man. Y'all go to that sword. Autochthonous. Everybody, y'all go to that sword, man. Pull your swords out. Autochthonous ones. Autochthonous means from the soil. My people from the soil. Pull out your scrolls. I'm going to go into the NLT. Alright, we're going to Revelations, chapter 5. Give y'all time to get there. Ba Hashem Abba Hawa Yah Hawashah Hamashiach. Yeah, Ba Hashem Abba Hawa Yah Hawashah Hamashiach. And that just means, Ba, which is the son. Ha, Shem. Shem is the seed of the father. That's why Ha is expressed before Shem. Baruch, bless. Be, Ba Hashem. Abba just a name for father in Hebrew. Hawa is the name of the creator. Alright. Yahweh Shah is the name of that seed, that Ruach. And Hamashiach is the messenger. It means Christ, messenger. So, Pala, Ka, Tawab. Alright, that just means I hope all is well. What it do, Chef Candy? What it do? All my Drop Nation fam, what it do? Alright, y'all make sure y'all get over to that platform to a Talkton is one. Alright. Okay, let's go to 5 and 1. No, let's go to 5 and verse 5. Chapter 5, verse 4. Okay, we go to verse 4. Okay. Then it says, Then I began to weep bitterly because no one was found worthy to open the scroll and read it. Okay. But one of the 24 elders said to me, Stop weeping. Look, the Lion of Judah, the heir of David's throne, has won the victory. He is worthy to open the scroll and its 7 seals. Okay? The Lion of Judah. Alright? That's you people. Not the white people who you look at or not. That's you, Judah. Remember, they took in your place. And then they denounce you. That's why they don't fuck with your Messiah, because they denounce you, because they know that the Messiah is coming from you. You, Naga, the one who got tortured, enslaved. Trust me, check it out. First of all, let's go to the beginning of Revelations. I know all y'all scared of Revelations, but it's real. Let's go to reveal. You know what I'm saying? That's what it means, reveal. Okay, look, the prologue. This is a revelation from Yo Messiah, the Hamashiach, which is Hawa. Okay, which is Hawa. This gave him, alright, which Hawa gave him to show his servants the event that must soon take place. Alright, he sent an angel to present this revelation to his servant John, okay, who faithfully reported everything he saw. This is the report of the word of God and the testimony of, as you say, Jesus Christ. But this is the testimony of our Yah HaMashiach, Yahweh Shah. You understand? God blesses, Hawa blesses the one who reads these words of this prophecy to the church. And he blesses all who listens to its message and obey what it says, for its time is near. What time is that? Do anybody know what time is near? Do anybody know what time is near? What time is near? Okay, this is your prophecy. This is your foundational ledger. This is your wall of protection right here. All right, so let's go down to 9. Let's go down to 9. Do anybody know what time is it? All right, do you need a grand verbalizer? All right, I'm going to be the grand verbalizer. All right. Now, we're in Revelation chapter 5, verse 9. Let's go down to 9. Okay. So now that we know that our people will be opening, all right, our people from the throne of David has won the victory, okay? And we are worthy to open the throne. Our seed, the seed of Hawa, all right? The direct seed of Hawa, the seed of Adam, the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, which is your seed, the Negroes that have been enslaved in America, okay? The so-called blacks, the so-called African Americans, okay? Listen. And they sang a new song with these words: You are worthy to take the scroll and to break its seals and open it. For you were slaughtered, and your blood has ransomed the people of God from every tribe and language and people and nation. And you have caused them to become the kingdom of priests for our God. and they will reign on earth. We will reign on earth. We will reign on earth. For you were slaughtered, man. You were slaughtered, and your blood has ransomed people of God from every tribe and every language and every nation. Who are they talking about? Your Hamashiach and your people. So how can we get this twisted? Let's move on. Let's go to chapter 6. Revelations chapter 6. Chapter 6 verse 9. Okay, chapter 6 verse 9. Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go. Make you want to go back and reread this, don't you? But y'all scared to read this Revelations. Y'all scared to read it because they put up all these illusions. Okay, let's go to chapter 9. This is when the ram, we never even talked about that. Chapter 5 is when the lamb opens the scroll, right? But the ram is the lamb. And that's the secret. All right, look, we can break that down. 1 second. When you go to the Paleo Hebrew chart, everybody download this chart. All you got to do is go to the 432 Paleo Hebrew chart. Now listen, the first letter in the alphabet is the L. L, strong power leader. Okay, what is that? That's an ox, man. That ain't no lamb. Lamb don't have horns, man. Ram have horns. That's the ox. That's the ram. Like high ram. Like Hiram. High ram. Man, y'all got it, man. Overstand, man. Overstand. Strong power leader. The ram. It's the rammed out God body. Okay, so now we know the lamb is really the ram. First golden jewel. Halil Hawa. So now we know you not lambs, you rams, right? So now, chapter 9 says, and when the ram broke the 5th seal, I saw under the altar the souls of all who had been martyred for the word of Hawa and for being faithful in their testimony. They shouted to Hawa and said, O sovereign Lord, holy and true, how long before you judge the people who belong to this world and avenge our blood for what they done to us? That's you, Naga. Us. For what they done to us. He didn't say me, he said us. The ram said us for what they done to us, man. Not me. Us. You are the people of God. You are the people of the Most High. Verse 9. When the ram broke the 5th seal, saw under the altars were the souls. You are the souls. You the soul body, man. You the soul brother. The soul of all who have been martyred for the word of the Most High and for being faithful to their testimony. They shouted to the Lord and said, O sovereign, Hawa, holy, true, how long before you judge the people who belong to this world and avenge our blood for what they have done to us? Then the white robe was given to each of them, and they were told to rest a little longer until the full number of their brothers and sisters, their fellow servants of Hawashua, who were to be martyred, had to join them. Had to join them. Now we can say this Hawashua in all type of languages. It means at the end. It means Hamashiach at all sum of languages. Hamashiach is the creator in the flesh. He came into 70 elders at once. He came into Moses. You couldn't even look at his face. Don't sleep on Yeshua. Don't sleep on the children of Judah. Utah, what it do? Deuteronomy 34, what it do? Alright, so God's people will be preserved. Let's go down to 7. Okay, now some of you think that the 144 is only in 144 in totality. But actually the 144,000 is actually Israel's army. That is our military. That's not all of the people. That's our military. That's just our military. And leader, commander in charge is the Hamashiach, who was there from the beginning in Genesis 1 and 26. God's people will be preserved. Alright? So he says, then I saw 4 angels standing at the 4 corners of the earth, holding back 4 winds, so they don't blow on the earth or the sea, or even any tree. And I saw another one coming from the east, carrying the seal of the living God, and he shouted to those 4 angels who had been given power to harm the land and the sea. He told them to wait. He said, wait, don't harm the land or the sea or the trees until we have placed the seal of Ahchwa on the foreheads of his servants. And I heard how many there were marked with the seal of God. And we ain't talking about the mark of the beast. We're talking about the mark of Ahchwa, the seal of Ahchwa. 144,000 were sealed from all the tribes of Israel, from the tribe of Jacob. This is the military. This is Judah, Reuben, Gad, Asher, Naphtali, Manasseh, Simon, Levi, Issachar, Isaac. That's Isaac. Zebulun, Joseph, and Benjamin. And remember, Joseph is Ephraim. Menasseh and Ephraim is Joseph's seeds. So, praise from the great crowd. So it says, after this I saw a vast crowd, too great to count, from every nation and tribe and people and language, standing in front of the throne, before the Ram. They were clothed in white robes, and they held palm branches. Palm branches, you know what palm branches mean? Palm branches mean peace. Okay, not the Martin Luther King peace though. It means peace and shalom. You know what peace and shalom mean? Peace and shalom mean ain't no peace till I get a piece. That's what palm branches mean. Ain't no peace till I get a piece. When I get a piece, then we got peace. That's what those palm branches mean. That's that kind of peace, the justice peace. And they were shouting with the almighty shout, salvation comes from Ahchwa, who sits on the throne, and from the Ram. Dodge them hijacks, people. The Ram. So let's go to chapter 8. So it's getting deep. So this is something I think particulates to the actual California, or is starting to generate from that. The Lamb breaks the 7th seal. When the Lamb broke the 7th seal on the scroll, there was a silence. There was a silence throughout heaven for about a half an hour. We're going to have to pause that one for this one. So let's check out the 7th seal. It says that when the Lamb broke the 7th seal on the scroll, there was a silence throughout heaven for about a half an hour. Oh, praise, I just need 20 more minutes. Oh, praise Allah. Thank you, Father. When the Lamb broke the 7th seal on the scroll, there was a silence throughout the heaven for about a half an hour. In the Messiah's name. Alright, I saw the 7 angels who stand before Ahchwa, and they were given 7 trumpets. Okay? 7 trumpets. Then another angel with the gold incense burner came and stood at the altar. A great amount of incense was given to him to mix with the prayers of Ahchwa's people. With the prayers of Ahchwa's people as an offering on the gold altar before the throne. Alright? Mixed in with the incense, our prayers. The smoke of the incense mixed with the prayers of Ahchwa's holy people ascended up to God, ascended up to Ahchwa from the altar where the angel had poured them out. Then the angel filled the incense burner with fire from the altar, and threw it down on the earth, and threw it down upon the earth. And thunder crashed, lightning flashed, and there was a terrible earthquake. Then the angel filled, we talking about the angel filled the gold incense burner, came and stood at the altar. A great amount of incense was given to him to mix with the prayers of Ahchwa's people as an offering on the gold altar before the throne. Okay, he filled the incense burner with fire from the altar and threw it down upon the earth, and thunder crashed, lightning flashed, and there was a terrible earthquake. Okay, and then six. Then the seven angels with the seven trumpets prepared to blow their mighty blast. This is 6. Okay. Then the seven angels with the seven trumpets prepared to blow their mighty blast. The seventh angel blew his trumpet, and hail and fire mixed with blood. Now when you see those planes hovering over the fires in the daytime and they're dropping out that red, they're dropping out a red dry substance. A red dry substance. Okay. Revelations 8 chapter 8 verse 6, saying that the first angel blew his trumpet, and the hail and fire mixed with blood were thrown from the earth. Were thrown down on the earth. Okay, hail and fire mixed with blood were thrown down on the earth. 1/3 of the earth was set on fire. 1/3 of the trees were burned, and all of the green grass were burned. Okay. So then guess what else? It's not over, because when we go down, then it talks about also 8, where the third angel blew his trumpet, and a great star fell from the sky, burning like a torch. It fell on 1/3 of the rivers and the springs of the water. The name of the star was called bitterness. Bitterness. It made 1/3 of the water bitter, and many people died from the drinking bitter water. Okay? What about BP in the Gulf? The oil in the Gulf. And if you look up, y'all check that out, man. I got a link for that too, where they done since that BP oil spill, man, they've been dropping so much oil in the water, man. All in the Gulf. And you can best believe that 1/3 of the rivers of water will be contaminated. It'll be bitter, and many people are going to die from drinking the water. And that's already happening. It's already happening. Okay, go to Revelations chapter 9 verse 20. We just skimming through it, man. We skimming through it. We got a little time. Chapter 9 verse 20. Chapter 9 verse 20. But the people who did not die. Alright. Let's get that back. So, but the people who did not die. Chapter 9 verse 20. But the people who did not die in these plagues still refused to repent of their evil deeds and turn to Ahchwa. They continued to worship demons and idols made of gold, silver, bronze, stone, and wood. Idols that cannot neither see nor hear nor walk. And they did not repent of their murders, or their witchcraft, or their sexual immoralities, or their thefts. Okay, let's go to the 2 witnesses. 11. We could go down to 4. And 4 says, these two prophets are the 2 olive trees and the 2 lampstands that stand before the Lord of Ahchwa of all the earth. If anyone tries to harm them, fire flashes from their mouths and consume their enemies. This is how anyone who tries to harm them must die. They have power to shut the sky, so no rain will fall for as long as they prophesy, and they have the power to turn the rivers and oceans into blood, and to strike the earth with every kind of plague as often as they wish. Okay, so with that, we want to say this prayer of the 24 elders. If you go to 16. Alright. It says, the 24 elders sitting on their thrones before Ahchwa fell on their faces to the ground and worshipped him. And they said, we give thanks to you, Lord, Ahchwa, the Almighty, the one who is and always was. For now we have assumed your great power. For now you have assumed your great power and have begun to reign. The nations were filled with wrath, but now the time of your wrath has come. It's time to judge the dead and reward your servants, the prophets, as well as your holy people, and all who fear your name, from the least to the greatest. It is time to destroy all who have caused destruction on the earth. Alright, so I don't know, man. You tell me what's going on. You tell me what's going on. Tribe, y'all still there? What's going on? You tell me. Let's go to 18. Revelation 18. We just skimming through it, man. We got a little time. What y'all think, man? Y'all tell me. Alright, let's go to Revelation 18. Alright, Revelation 18, chapter 4. Chapter 4. Revelation 18, chapter 4. It says, then I heard another voice calling from heaven. Okay? Come away from her, my people. Do not take part in her sins, or you will be punished with her. For her sins are piled as high as heaven, and Ahchwa remembers her evil deeds. Do to her as she has done to others. Double her penalty for all her evil deeds. She brewed a cup of terror for others, so brew twice as much for her. She glorified herself and lived in luxury, so match it now with torment and sorrow. She bursted in her heart, and I am queen. She bursted in her heart, I am queen of my throne. Khalifa, huh? I am queen of my throne. Khalifa, huh? Khalifa, huh? And I have no reason to mourn. What? Therefore these plagues will overtake her in a single day. Death and mourning and famine. She will completely consumed by fire. Khalifa? What? You a queen in your own right? What? What? You coming over here with that what? With that Izzy? With that Izzy? Okay, what? Death and mourning and famine. She will completely be consumed by fire, for Ahchwa who judges her is mighty. Alright? So now that follows, after the fires follow this money, right? This money. So this is to the merchants. So go to 11 to the merchants. Stay in 18. We in 18. Chapter 18. Alright, down to 11. The merchants of the world will weep and mourn for her, for there is no one left to buy their goods. There's no one left to buy their goods. She brought great quantities of gold, silver, jewels, and pearls, fine linen, purple silk, scarlet cloth, things made by fragment, thine wood, ivory woods, and objects made of expensive woods and bronze, iron, and marble. Okay. She also brought cinnamon, spice, incense, myrrh, frankincense, wine, olive oil, fine flour, wheat, cattle, sheep, horses, chariots, and bodies that is human slaves. And bodies that is human slaves. Revelations 18 and 13. And bodies that's human slaves. I'm reading from the NLT. This the real deal, the OG. Alright. The fancy things you love so much are gone. Then they cry. All your luxuries and splendors are gone forever, never to be yours again. They cry, how terrible for a great city. She was clothed in finest purple and scarlet linens, decked out with gold and precious stones and pearls. In a single moment, all the wealth of the city was gone. In a single moment, all the wealth of the city was gone. Let's hurry up. We don't got so much time. Let's hurry up. Let's go down to 19. All this wealth in the city was gone. 19 and 9 again. The 2, let's go. And the angel said to me, write this. Okay? And the angel said to me, write this. Blessed, Baruch, are those who are invited to the wedding feast of the Lamb. You know what that means? Those of you invited to the wedding feast of the Lamb, because by now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, that means you're not invited. That means you're not invited if you don't know what I'm talking about by now. Because everybody that's invited, everybody know what I'm talking about. Those that you don't, then you're not invited. Write this. Well, I don't know. I don't know how much time you got. Blessed are those who are invited to the wedding feast of the Lamb. And he added, only my Father knows how much time you got. But no, this is what he added. These are the true words that come from Ahchwa. Then I fell down at his feet to worship him. But he said, no, don't worship me. This is the angel. This is the angel that the Hamashiach sent. Okay? I am a servant of Ahchwa, just like you and your brothers and your sisters. You testify about their faith in the Hamashiach, in Hawashah, in Jesus. Worship only Ahchwa for the essence. For the essence of the prophecy is to give a clear witness for the Hamashiach. Worship only Ahchwa. For the essence of the prophecy is to give a clear witness of Yahawashah Hamashiach. So this is your prophecy, my people. This is your prophecy. Okay? Let's go down. This is your people. This is your seed. Okay? This is your Hamashiach. Alright, let's go down to 22. And we out of here. Law is vibration. Alright, 22. 22 and 16. Says, I, Yahawashah, Hamashiach, have sent my angel to give you this message for the churches. I am both the source of David and the heir of his throne. I am the birthright. I am the bright morning star. And remember, we broke that down, man. Bright morning star is what controls the sun. You could be the bright morning star, baby. All you need is that ruach. And if anyone removes any of these words from this book of prophecy, Ahchwa will remove that person's share in the tree of life and in the holy city that are described in this book. So can you say that anyone move anything from this book? No, you can't say that. But can you say that if they did, that person did not share in the tree of life? Yeah, you can say that. And it's a lot of niggas that ain't sharing in the tree of life because they removed something from this book. But that ain't up to you, right? So he who is the faithful witness to all these things says, yes, I am coming soon. Amen. Come, Lord, Hawashah, Hamashiach. May the grace of our Ahchwa, Hamashiach, be with God's holy people. Y'all remember, man, vibration is law. Law is vibration. And we out of here, man. I thank y'all. A plethora of praises, man. All praise to Ahchwa. All praises through Ahchwa. And we pray through our seed, through our Hamashiach. until that time is done. And after that time is done, after that time we get our land back, then we solely pray to the Creator. We have all contact with our Creator. But we got to fulfill this prophecy first. So let's get it in and send your prayers. Send your prayers, I'm trying to tell you. Send your prayers to the right person. Send your prayers to the right Ruach. This is the law. This is the law. This is the law. Kadesh, this is the law. And you'll see. So it's those who know what happened, those who make things happen, and those who sit by and just watch things happen. Shalom.